Hi guys, it's Mark with Life of an Adventurer. Today I am at Delta Lights in Ontario, California with the president, Bogdan, and also with Mike, the brand manager. We're going to be talking about some lights and what sets their lights apart from everyone else. We're going to talk with Mike about the different applications and the different type of lights that are available. Okay, there you go, Mike.
Hi guys, my name is Mike. I'm the brand manager over here at Delta Lights, and some of the stuff I want to show you today is some of the different things that we are capable of doing here in Ontario. So this is one of our small pod lights. What's cool about this light, it's small. We can do up to 4,000 lumen bulbs in it. We can do as low as 1,500 lumen. The versatility of this product is really cool because we can do it with a clamp-on style, we can do it a bolt-on style, and we also can do a magnet style. So for guys that are doing different things, you want to make it removable, this little magnet, 50-pound pull. So what's cool about these lights is if you guys are into the Jeep market and you love your halos, we can add halos to these. Some of the other stuff we have is one of our biggest sellers. And the reason why this is one of our biggest sellers, it was developed for Baja way back in the day. It was one of our first successful lights. But what sets us apart on this is 16 gauge steel, fully spot welded, no rivets, nothing to rip out. So what the guys like Don V, for the older guys out there that know Don V Jeep, this was the light they used when he used to race their XJs and stuff. This is our big bad boy. What's cool about this is we can actually put an 8,000 lumen bulb in it. And it's thin enough that you can still put it up in a tight area. So it's polycarbonate, fully glass lensed. So and then we also make covers and we also make the rock guards for these. So that's some of the stuff. One of the other cool things about some of our mounting is, and if you can see up close, this is like rounded at the bottom. So if you get a vehicle that has a slight angle, we can actually make this slide about 20 degrees either way. So it gives you the versatility to make sure the light is straight and aimed at what your guys are trying to look at. One of the other things I want to talk about today is some of the stuff that we do here that sets us apart from our competition. And the reason why I say that is our versatility, because we are made here in Ontario, California, and we even do some custom applications for people. But what's some of the stuff we've got is like our little 24-inch bar. What's cool about this bar is we can actually add it as a cigarette lighter. So if you got somebody and you live in a bad neighborhood and you don't want to leave your lights on your car, or you go into an area that you're not familiar with, or you're working on your truck and you can't see, you could plug this into your cigarette lighter, two 50-pound pull magnets, and you can stick it anywhere to see what you need to do, working under your rig, on top of your rig. And we also make a longer version cord. Now what's cool about this cord, it's part of our military stuff, and it's actually military spec'd. So you can see the difference in the two cords on the plugs. Yes, cost is a little bit more, but when you're looking at these two plugs, you can see the difference why one's military spec'd and one is not. One of the new products that we are getting ready to come out with, and we just finished the packaging because we are working with a couple of the big distributors, big box people to put it in. This nice little handheld light is small enough, even for the Jeep guys, to fit in a JL or a JK glove box. One of the nice things about this light, it'll hold the charge up to 3 hours. Pretty bright. Works as an emergency light, has an amber. But one of the other cool things about this light, and I'm going to show it to you, has an AC charger, a USB charger. You flip the switch, you can charge your phone off of it. This will be coming to the market probably in the next 30 to 60 days. But again, this is like a must for people that do camping, trails. Heck, I'm probably going to put one in my garage just to have one because it's so bright. One of the other things, like I was talking to you about with our versatility, is even our little bullet light, we can add a magnet to it. It's easy. We sell the magnets separate. So if you want to go onto our website, you can even order the magnets and just put them onto something else. You don't have to buy our product, but we do have the magnets sold separately. Some of the other stuff I'd like to talk about with you guys is the difference too with us and some of the stuff we do, because we do offer replacement headlight bulbs. So if you say you got a GMC, we make replacement LED bulbs up to 4,000 lumen. For you guys that are diehard off-roaders and the vehicle is trail only, because it's not DOT approved, we make it 8,000 lumen for the headlights. So for you guys that are looking for bright headlights to help on the trails and at night, we have you covered. One of the other things I want to show you is some of the quality we do. Our wiring harnesses are all assembled here in our warehouse. We use 16 gauge wire. We use quality connections. We solder. We make them in kits. So if you rip one off at the trail, or even if you need a better wiring harness than you got from, say, our competition, we got you. One of the other great things about us here is our stuff is made locally. We use a lot of the local machine shops for our stuff. So some of the stuff we have, and I'm gonna show you guys, our end caps for our round, these are for our round tubed light bars, are solid billet aluminum. They're clocked in thirds, so you can actually change it based on your application. So what's cool about that is, say you got a UTV. You don't want it clocked that way. You can reclock it to fit the angle. All our stuff, aluminum. Even our light bars are fully aluminum to cut down weight. And I know some of the people talk about weight issues and stuff. I can tell you a lot of our light bars are almost half the weight of a lot of our competition. So when you've got a heavy rig, and you know, come on, Jeeps, some of the smaller V6 vehicles, weight does play an issue when you're adding more stuff on. And when you're going out for a long weekend and you're on the trail and you've got the refrigerator and coolers and everything packed in there, cutting 20 pounds here, 20 pounds there makes a big difference, especially for your fuel economy. But give you an idea, this is one of our hood brackets that we make for the JK. It's solid billet aluminum, fully machined here in Ontario. This is some of the stuff that we do. We can do it like this, we can have them powder coated, and we can do some custom stuff depending on what people are looking for. Some of the other brackets that we make, and a lot of this kind of transcends just from off-road to UTV, dirt bikes, quads. We make a universal that'll go up to 2 inch. This is the 1 3/4 inch. What's cool about it, Allen head, it's got a set screw in it. It's fully powder coated, it's aluminum. Then we make the clamp style, up to 2 inch. It'll go up to 2 1/4 on this one. Again, fully aluminum, comes with a rubber insulator, Allen head, stainless bolts. And then for the guys that have the 1 inch roof racks on the Jeeps, on their Overlanders, your 4Runners, we make them to where you can put this on anything at any angle. And again, all aluminum construction, stainless screws, and all our screws are actually bought from local vendors. Some of the stuff I want to talk about today too is about headlights. And I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding of what headlights do. So some of the stuff that we do here is all our headlights from our 5 3/4, which is say 70s and down, restoration cars and stuff, even up to our 7-inch. Our 7-inch we make all the way up to, we just introduced the JL Gladiator platform. We have 13 SKUs. But some of the things that sets us apart on ours is fully glass, not plastic. The cool thing about our headlights is we can do them with halos, without halos. We can add blinkers internally. We can add defrosters for the people in the cold climate. It's fully sealed. Comes with the wiring harness for the halo. We can make this in halogen, xenon, HID, and LED. Now on the LED, we can do up to 8,000 lumen. Again, not DOT approved, just for you guys, so you know that if you buy them and you're driving on the street and you get a ticket, it's on you. This is actually one of our DOT sealed units. And the reason why I call it sealed is it is completely sealed. It is an actual sealed unit. It's waterproof. It's not a rubber, it's a silicone seal. So it never dries out. So for the guys that are submerging their vehicles, not on purpose, I know, but it's one of the products that we do make. And again, we make this with halos, blinkers, defrosters for the cold climate guys so they don't fog up. One of the other things that sets us apart from our competition is a lot of our competition, especially on the Jeep market, they use the Dio system. So to me, they look like spider eyes because they got a bunch of little dots all over the place. Ours are prismatic lenses, and again, glass. But one of the cool things is a lot of the guys have made the comment about their headlights. They like them black and just to see the bulbs. Well, we kind of have that, a little bit different. We call it our quad bar. And it's a black bar that separates it, but if you notice, it kind of blacks out the reflective material in the back. So it gives you that look, but then at the same time, it gives you the brightness and everything you require to be on the trail. And again, we can make these on the Jeeps. You can see our LED light. This is the 4,000 lumen headlight. This one is DOT approved. This one actually has the turn signal added in. So for the older cars that have a 7-inch, so say you got a 70 Chevy truck and you shave the side markers and the head, what do I want to say? The bumper lights, and you still want to have turn signals. You can buy these and you can add your turn signals into your headlights. So for the custom guys, it is a huge thing. We also do that in our 5 3/4. So even the guys that have, say, a 64 Cadillac and you don't want side markers and you don't want front turn signals and you want to put them in here and as a shaved unit, we got you on that. One of the other things we do, and most of our competition doesn't, is we still have yellow lights. We can do them in almost every variance. There's a few that we can't. Again, glass lenses, they're lead based. We make them in, I know we make them in the 5 and the 4. And then, you know, you can call in if you have any questions on different applications. They're also all on our website. So for you guys that are classic car guys, Harley guys, motorcycle guys, we got you on that. So some of the stuff we also do, and a lot of people don't realize we do this, we make a motorcycle headlight and we got your early car headlight. So these will fit 32 and down. Some applications it'll fit like 35 and 36 and down. It just depends on the application for the mounting. I can tell you Model A's, Model T's, not a problem. What I want to get into next is our light bars. I think one of the things that sets us apart from all our competition is we have a bunch of different light bars. We make them in 2 different versions. We make a tube style, and then we make, I call it a rectangle style. It's fairly square. But what's cool about it is we make it in a ton of different applications. So we make it from 24 up to 57. We can make them with drive lights, we can make them with fog lights, we can make them with spotlights. We can give you chromed units, which this one actually is polished aluminum. So you can see some of the quality. One of the other great things about ours, you break one lens, you can replace it. One light goes out, you can replace it. Our competition, when one of those diodes go out, you have to replace the whole unit. Where this, couple bucks, you're back in the game and you didn't have to go buy a whole new unit and rewire it and all that other stuff. The great thing about these is you can use this for multiple applications. You can use it for UTVs, you can use it for cars. We've got professional drift cars with this particular headlight or this particular bar in it, and she drives with it in competition and she uses it rigorously. And it's been in there going on 2 years. This one here happens to be one of our UTVs. So like I was talking earlier about our mounts, you can see how they're clocked. So by the end, you can actually move these. You can move these and reclock it to fit your application. So what's great about that is if you want it above the bar, below the bar, or you can clock it to where it's even with the bar. So versatility is one of the great things too about our product too. And again, made in the USA, aluminum, powder coated. This guy here, it's a prototype, and this, for you Jeep guys, is for the Gladiator. The great thing about this unit is on the back of the bulkhead of the bed, there are 2 bolt holes. You can run a bolt through. My suggestion would be is to put a nutsert in to make it serviceable and easy to remove. But the great thing about this is you can make this removable. It doesn't have to be permanent. So this one's set up with fog lights, and then we're set up with more of a spotlight, a flood. So it covers the bed and it covers the back. So, and it sits up high enough, when you drop that tailgate, you're gonna light up the campsite with this thing. You're talking 4,000 lumen per light. So now we're gonna get into something else that we also do. We also do stuff for the military. This happens to be designed for the H-1 Hummer. And you can tell the difference in the wiring because the military spec is different. So the wiring in this is a little bit heavier than normal. And you can tell we can powder coat it tan. So we can actually do that for other applications depending on the quantity. If it's one, that's going to be a little hard to do, but if you get a group of guys and you guys are in a club and you guys have a weird color that your club logo is, we can have it powder coated and matched for a nominal fee. And if there's enough, we would do it at no charge. But the great thing about our military stuff is you can tell this is not light. We don't use cheap metal. And I can tell you this is 14 gauge seal in here. It's heavy duty. It can take the pounding. The ends are billet aluminum, machined here, stainless hardware. And then we also, on the Hummer stuff, and we actually make this for the Jeeps too, for the older Jeeps. We make buckets. What's cool about these buckets, again, each light can go up to 4,000 lumen. You can definitely see the thickness in the steel we use. What's cool about this, it's also got side lights built into it. We can add cameras to it. We can add parking sensors to it. So for you guys that have to have, as I call it, the people that use blind parking and hit everything, like my father, you can put a front camera on, you can add it to the rear. It just depends on what you guys are doing. So one of the great things about us, again, I think that's what sets us apart from our competition is our versatility. And a lot of our stuff, if you don't see it, you could call in and ask us or even drop us a quick email and we can tell you if we can do it or not. Because some of our little lights, we make them in a halo. And we're actually, for the JL, we're coming out with the bullet light in a halo version. And it's 48,000 lumen. And I don't think too many of our competition currently has something in that that realm. Also on the JL, which we just released last week, we have 13 headlight options. I know I've already looked at all our competition. We have the largest selection with all our competition combined.
Thanks, Mike, for talking to us about all these innovative products that you have. I've just got a few questions on some of these things. I know if you guys follow us, we're going to put some of these items on the 4Runner and put it to the test and really see what the difference is with the lights and lumens, and we're going to compare all these to other vehicles that are out there. I really like this aspect here because I burnt out bulbs before. And with this, tell us a little bit more about this, please.
So what this is, it's an 8,000 lumen bulb. And the reason why it's outside of the housing is because it's the length. So this one has a built-in fan, a cooling fan to keep it cool. Our other style is a radiator. We call it a heat shrink radiator. So with this, it keeps the internals cool enough for the unit so it doesn't burn out.
Okay. And the thing with these lights, the only way to really see the difference is with comparison tests, and we will be doing comparison tests. We've also got some different replacement bulbs for the factory lights. We will be installing these in the 4Runner to see what the difference is. And lastly, I want to talk about the military line. We all know we get in the jungle, we get in the water, we don't know where we're standing, what we're standing on. We need a good platform. And these are so heavy duty, amazing. I'd have no problem standing on this if necessary. The light here is one of Lonnie's favorite things. We will eventually figure out how to do a group buy or something on this, but it has so many options available. Why don't you just show us real quick?
So that's the strobe, and what's cool is not only does it do white, but it does the amber, which is the most important thing with the strobe for emergencies. It has a bunch of different settings.
So, also has a magnet on the bottom.
50-pound pole.
Perfect. So we know we'll be having these in our adventure rigs when they come out in about 30 days. Okay. They're real nice, real compact, adjustable head. We can hang it up on a hook or your magnet the side of the vehicle.
And just remember, your phone's dying, you can charge off of that and reverse the polarity on the switch.
Yep.
Your laptop, it'll charge a laptop. Anything with a USB. So that gives a versatility of the product too.
Okay, great. And the last is the magnetic light. Your safety light, we can put this up on the hood, sideways, up, down, with a 55-pound magnet. This is great for security, safety, whatever you need. And we can take this away with us so it doesn't get stolen.
And just so you guys also know, with all these lights, our light bars, we can do it with a driving light, a fog light, or a spot. So it just depends on what your preference is and what you're looking for.
Okay guys, now we're with Bogdan and he's going to tell us the difference about prismatic lenses.
Hi, a lot of people ask a question, constantly asking us, what makes our lights different? Why are we sticking to the old technology of optics? There's no way to improve over the existing optics, which is prismatic optics. It's really duplicating the function of your human eye. You can't do, you can fight Mother Nature. This is the best there is. Of course, LED came in, changed the scene, but they forgot about prismatic optics. That area has been neglected. This is what we embrace. We embrace the technology of prism, which direct the lights in every direction that we want that light to be. It's a control light, horizontal cutoff, right to left. So it has a purposeful light rather than just bright light. Second, we have reflector, which is a parabola. And parabola, what a parabola does is reflects each beam of light, because it's not the beam that goes directly from the light that matters. It's the one that bounces off the reflector and goes out. And this one is actually accelerated beam, and it's more powerful than direct beam. So there's so much to lights that over the 40 years that we've been doing this, we've been explaining and educating people on the technology of light. Nothing really has changed much about prismatic optics, except providing a more powerful light source. So granted, halogen was a lot less powerful, 2000 lumen, 3000 at the most. Then came the HID, and now finally is the LED. And our LED provides a 4000 lumen basic. We have also the off-road racing headlights of 8000 lumen each. But let's talk about 4000. That's already plenty of power. Now that light is not only the 4000 lumen, which is the power of the light, but also you have 6000 Kelvin of the color of the light, which is like a daylight. If you set up your camera light meter, you will see that you have 500 or 6000 Kelvin. And this is exactly what our light is. So you're not only duplicating the human eye, but you're also duplicating daylight. So what else can you do to a lighting business rather than providing those two factors? And that's what we do. Made in USA, all the way. Thank you.
Hey guys, I just want to say what amazing, incredible gear this is. I've known about this company for probably 25 years. I've seen it in use at the different races and things in Mexico, so I know it is great. Everything is over-engineered. That is the difference. All this stuff is easily changeable. We can change bulbs out. He can do custom configurations, really simple to do. You need to ask them by email. Check them out at the website at
www.deltalights.com, and in about 30 days the new website will be up, and we'll be able to download videos, your custom rides, and you can even order off the website.
Okay. Life from Adventure is always out there checking out new designs, new equipment. We will be carrying their product. I believe in it that much. And for all of your Jeepers and trucks and heavy duty guys out there, just check them out, okay? We will see you out on the trails.